God is still on his throne and his
Yeah.
plan is not going to be thwarted. Our job is to go, okay, Lord, it's 2024. We're here for such a time as this. What do you want? I'm into my 50s now, and I think my walk with him has become more precious as I've gotten older because I realize
Yeah.
how quickly the years go by, right? They really are fleeting.
Yeah.
And so we want to walk not behind him, not out in front of him. We're always like, catch up with me, Lord. I've got this great dream that I want you to follow, but just learning how to walk with him. I mean, it's kind of what we got
Yeah.
to talking about yesterday is that commitment to say, Lord, I'm gonna meet with you. I want to hear from you. You know, take my life and mold it into what you want it to look like. And when we allow
Sure.
the Lord to do that, life becomes an adventure.
Yeah. Adventure is a good word. So
Yes, it's
yes,
an
yes.
adventure.
And it is an adventure, and just learning to be sensitive to the Holy Spirit. And again, because our kids are watching us
Yes.
walk through this, they're watching us walk through our relationship with the Lord and the struggles that we go through. And it's okay to tell our kids. I mean, we don't want to be the like humdrum, oh, life is so awful all the time. Nothing is ever going right. Like, we don't want to
Right.
be that person, but it's okay to say to our kids, you know what? This is
This
a
is
really
hard.
hard season that we're in.
Mhm,
But the Lord knows and he sees us and he hears
mhm,
us. And so we're going to continue trusting him, and having our kids walk through that with us will prepare them so much better for adulthood because, spoiler alert, this world's not getting any easier.
right.
It's our
Well,
kids are walking into some hard times.
and I think, and this is probably a great segue into talking about politics because I really do think that our nation is ripe for judgment.
Uh,
And the only thing that has to happen for this nation to fall into judgment is for the Lord to remove his hand of protection from it. And we
yeah.
basically kicked him out. We kicked him out of our government, we kicked him out of our schools. In many
Right.
cases, sadly, we kicked him out of our churches.
Hmm.
And the world, I mean, geopolitically, the world is on fire. We've got an election coming up in 2024. A lot of people don't even trust our election system anymore, which, by the way, you still
Right.
have to vote. Doesn't matter if you don't trust it.
Right.
My friend Mike Ferris is always telling me, what's the surest way to lose a fight? Oh, I know, just don't show up. That's the
Yeah.
surest way to lose the battle. And so we need people to be engaged. But even in the political heat of battle, uh, we have to remember we do our part and then we just say, Father, not our will, but yours. And I think
Right.
it's the same with whether we're talking about what's happening geopolitically, certainly in the world, what's happening in Israel. I mean, these have been a rough couple of months, 6 months,
Yeah.
actually. The last 6 months have been very, very difficult. But God is still on his throne and his
Yeah.
plan is not going to be thwarted. Our job is to go, okay, Lord, it's 2024. We're here
Right.
for such a time as this. What do you want? That's why I always
Yeah.
tell people, get off the bench, get into the game. You're here. You're here.
Yeah.
And so the question
Yep.
becomes, Lord, I mean, Yvette, you could have been born 100 years ago or 100 years from now, but God in his mercy and in his wisdom said, nope, this is time. This is Yvette's
Yep.
time to be out here
Right.
in my timeline. And so I want people to engage in the process and not be afraid of it.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.